Happy Cinco de Mayo! I am Mr. Hornsby 83 and welcome to another edition of Mr. Hornsby 83 Topics. And today I will be talking about the NFL Draft and the top 5 teams I thought did good and top 5 teams I thought did bad. And to start, I want to start out with the top 5 that did worse. And I'm going to start with Dallas, Buffalo, New York Jets, the Tennessee Titans, and the Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of Bengals fans might think they did well with the tight end they got and all that. But, really, Tennessee didn't do nothing too well. And, the Jets, all they really did, they got a quarterback that possibly might be backing up Mark Sanchez. I bet a lot of Jet fans are happy about that one. But, hopefully they do because, boy, watching the Jets play is just awful. And I watch every single game. I'm a Colts fan, but I watch every single game. I love football. It's great. And, Jacksonville, they could have went with a quarterback too. But, because I'm sure a lot of Jaguar fans, well, me as a Colts fan, I'm happy they did bad. But a lot of Jaguar fans are probably unhappy with their draft. I mean, God, how many bad drafts can you have before you actually get a good draft going? Come on now. And, Dallas, their first pick was a guy that had a grade C, and, I don't know why they would take him in the first round. They could have got him in the fourth round or so. Well, that's what most of the experts were saying. But, but Jerry Jones is stupid. That's why they're always fighting for who's going to be first to pick first in the draft. And the reason why I picked Cincinnati is because I felt like they could have got some better players that they needed. But, they could have done a little better with their defensive back and better linebackers and that. But, other than that, they had pretty decent. I mean, that tight end was a pretty high-graded guy. So, all right, now I'm going to go to my top 5, and I'm going to start with San Francisco 49ers. They filled almost every need that they needed. They really want to get back to the Super Bowl. I mean, they tried their hardest to beat Baltimore, but in the end, it was Baltimore's night. And, my second one is Pittsburgh, who they filled a lot of their needs too. They got rid of dinosaurs like James Harrison. They sent him to the Bengals. A lot of people think, oh, that was a big mistake by Pittsburgh. But, Mike Tomlin's team is in the playoffs almost every year, contending for a Super Bowl for a reason. Maybe he's seen something in Harrison that the Bengals ain't seen yet, but you never know. But, alright, then I'm going to go to Baltimore. They covered some of their needs, too. They filled the needs that they needed. So, I'm pretty sure they're satisfied with their draft. Baltimore's good at drafting anyway. They've had a lot of great players throughout the years. Alright, next, I had another team on this list, but I decided to change it to the San Diego Chargers. I thought their draft was pretty good, too. They really, got some of the players they needed as well. And, it's maybe they'll be contending with Peyton Manning and the Broncos, but I still think Peyton will get there in the playoffs as a number 1 seed, maybe number 2, who knows. Maybe Peyton Manning wins another Super Bowl. But, that's all I got to say about that. And, I want to get to my number 4 team. A lot of people probably won't agree with me on this, but like I said, I'm a Colts fan, so. My Indianapolis Colts, they could have did with a couple more defensive backs, but, they got a linebacker to replace Freeney. They got some offensive line help, which for 5 years I've been yelling, get a better offensive line. So finally, maybe they are. And, their linebacker core is good. They got a defensive tackle because they lost a couple defensive tackles like Antonio Johnson and them. So, I was pretty satisfied with my Colts draft. And number 5, it pains me to say this because I hate this team. The Houston Texans. They had a pretty good draft. They did well. They got another receiver to go with Andre Johnson. But, it doesn't matter because being a Colts fan, and people might think I'm being biased, but I think the Colts take back that division this year. And that's all I got to say about that. Overall, I watched most of the draft. I missed a little bit of day 1, but, I caught the other 2 days and all that. Now I'm going to move on to another subject, and that's Mother's Day coming up this Sunday. And, that's a day where you appreciate your mothers, your wives, sisters that might be mothers, baby mamas, But And I want to let y'all know, I love my mom. She did a lot for us when we were growing up. She, did what was best for us all the time, When our father left us, she, raised us by herself practically. And, me and my sister were teenagers at the time. So, Mom, I want to thank you for that. And I want to say I love you. And we really appreciate it. And, also want to thank my beautiful wife. She does a lot for me. She does a lot. She gives me 2 awesome kids. She's been... Huh? Oh yeah, she videos my videos also. So I had to get a cheap plug-in for that one. But, I also want to wish my grandmother and my sister a happy Mother's Day. Actually, both my sisters. And, I want both my sisters to know I'm proud of you. I know my one sister's older than me, but my other sister's younger. So, proud of you. And, I believe that's about all. I want to thank you for watching. I will let you know the next topic episode on a vlog, which I will do probably the Monday before I record. So, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos like this.